Hello everyone, this is Satya and welcome to our channel CodeCheck. Today we're going to be solving the problem valid stack operations, which has a difficulty level of simple. So as usual, let's get started. Here is given that we are given a stack which is initially empty. We receive instructions of the form of ones or zeros that denote whether you have to push or pop. One denotes that you have to push an element. Pushing is basically once, suppose I want to push, let's say, number 10 into this stack. Pushing basically means that my stack now contains 10 and my top of the stack will be 10. Let's say after this I want to push 20. Now when I have to push or pop, everything will be done based on this top index. Now once I push 20, 20 will be at the top of my stack and now my top will point to 20. In case I want to push 30 now, my top of the stack will point to 30 now and it contains 3 elements. When I want to pop, it basically means that I pop this element. Pop basically means removing an element, which basically means I'm removing in this case 30 and readjusting my top pointer to 20. So this is what push and pop is normally on a stack. We are given a stack that is empty and we are receiving instruction in the form of 1 or 0. 1 denotes you have to push an element and 0 denotes you have to pop an element. But of course you cannot pop something if you don't have any element to pop. Let's say you have an empty array and you're receiving an instruction 0. Remember, 0 denotes pop. If you have an empty array or an empty stack and you're receiving a pop instruction, what will you pop out? Basically, this is empty. There is nothing to pop up. It's an invalid operation. So what is given is you can pop something only if it exists in the stack, which is very important. Now our job is to look at the instructions and see if they're valid or not. That is, you never have to pop out from an empty stack. This is the condition we need to check. Let's look at a sample case. Here we have a stack here. And first we get a push instruction. We push an element. It can be any element, we don't care, but we're pushing an element. Then again we receive 1, which corresponds to a push operation. We are pushing something else to our stack. Now our stack contains 2 elements and we receive a pop operation. So basically pop operation, pop an element, and now you are left with only 1 element because you popped out 1 element. This everything good. Again you receive a pop instruction because again you received a pop instruction, pop out this element. Now you have an empty stack. Now when you have an empty stack, you again get 1, which corresponds to a push instruction. So just push it here. So this input corresponds to a valid sequence because you're not doing anything invalid. You pushed 1 element, then you push another element, then you popped 1 element, then you popped another element. On the empty stack, you again pushed. So this is a valid operation. But let's look at this operation. First you have 1, which means that you will push an element onto the stack. After pushing an element onto the stack, you have a pop operation, which means that you remove this element out of the stack, you have an empty stack. Then again you are getting a pop operation. What is there to pop? There is nothing. There is nothing to pop out from an empty stack. So here it is an invalid instruction. Whenever you encounter an invalid condition like this, immediately break out and print invalid. That's all the problem is. Let's look at the approach. Basically in this problem, push corresponds to 1 and pop corresponds to 0. We are given a sequence of zeros and ones and we need to determine if it's valid. Now remember to ask yourself 2 important questions in this case. When can you push into the stack? So from the stack, when can you push into the stack? Basically, whether you have an empty stack or not, it does not matter when you're pushing. You can push into an empty stack. You can push into a stack that has elements also. Because in this problem, we are not given a limit of the stack. Normally, the stack sometimes when implemented using an array has a limit or a max size. You cannot push on top of the max size because it has a capability to hold that many elements. But in this problem, you are not given a max size. You are telling that you can push as many elements as you want. It doesn't matter. So max size is not a constraint. So when can you push into the stack? We can push into the stack in case you have an empty stack or in case you have elements on the stack. For example, in this case, what I've highlighted is, suppose you have the elements 1 and 2 already present on your stack and this is your stack top. We want to push in element 3. After we push an element 3 onto our stack, 3 comes on top and the stack size increases. This is the important observation. Whenever you push into a stack, the stack size increases by 1, or the length of the stack, or the number of elements in the stack, anything, however you want to see it, it increases by 1. When can you pop from the stack? Pop is a little different from push in the case that because you're removing an element from a stack, we also need to check if there is any element to remove or not. That is why I'm telling when can you pop from the stack. You definitely need to have greater than 0 elements in your stack to pop, because if you have 0 elements in your stack, pop is invalid. Because for push it was nothing. For push, even if you have an empty stack, you can push into the stack, no worries. But pop is not like that. You cannot pop from an empty stack, so we have to check whether we have greater than 0 elements in our stack or not to pop. Now we cannot pop from an empty stack. Like I just mentioned, you cannot pop out of an empty stack. Push is okay from into an empty stack, but pop is not. So for every valid pop that we do, for example, here I have 3 elements, 1, 2, 3, and I want to pop. After I pop, this stack size reduces, opposite of push. For every valid pop, my stack size reduces by 1. So I will process my array of ones and zeros that I have, and I will have a variable size. Initially size is 0. Because I have a push operation, increment my size to 1. I have another push operation, increment my size to 2. I have pop. First, before popping, I will check. Do I have elements to pop? Yes, I have 2 elements. I can definitely pop 1 element. Decrement. While I encounter 0, decrement. Now I have 1 element. Again I encounter pop. Whenever I encounter pop operation, first check if I have elements to pop. Yes, I have elements to pop. So, pop this element. Basically, while processing this array of ones and zeros from left to right, whenever I encounter a situation where I have to pop from an empty stack, I need to break immediately and say that it's invalid. Hope this was clear. Now let us look at the code for the approach that we have just discussed. After inputting the array of zeros and ones, we have a variable element of stack to set to 0 initially. Then we have a boolean variable valid. We are going to process the array index by index and check the value present at every index. When we have ARR of I equal to 1, demonstrating a push operation, we increment the element of stack, because whenever you push, the stack size grows by 1. Otherwise, if your ARR of I is 0, denoting a pop operation, first check if it's a valid pop. How do you check if it's a valid pop? If you have more than 0 elements in your stack, it is possible to perform a pop operation. So if your elements of stack greater than 0, it's a valid operation. So because it's a valid operation, decrement your element of stack by 1. Otherwise, in the else condition, it means that your element of stack is 0. You have nothing to pop off. Only then you come to the else condition. If you have nothing to pop out, then we have valid equal to false and immediately break out of the loop. Then we check if valid. If you have a valid variable set to true, valid is a boolean variable like discussed above. So if your valid is still true after processing every element here, just print valid. Otherwise, you output invalid. Now, one mistake that people do is, in this approach, we have a variable, we increment and decrement and throughout. They check the value of element, instead of checking this boolean variable, they check if element of stack equal to 0. Now, this is a wrong approach because let's say you have a sequence of operation that goes like this. Push, push, pop, pop. Here, because you have a push, the element of stack becomes 1. Another push, element of stack becomes 2. You have a pop operation, you check if it's valid. Yes, you have 2 elements, decrement. Now your element of stack is 1. Now you have another pop operation. Now you check if it's a valid operation. Yes, it's a valid operation. You pop. So in this sequence, push, push, pop, 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 pop. At the end of processing the sequence, you are left with 0 elements. But it is still a valid sequence because all the operations you performed were valid. You don't mind if you are ending up with 100 elements after processing or 0 elements after processing. The only case where you have an invalid operation is when you pop from an empty stack. So keep this in mind. This was the C++ code. So let's move on to the Python code. In the Python code, what we're doing is we have effective size is 0 and we do the same thing. For every value that is present in the array, we check. If the value is 1, we increment the effective size by 1. If value is 1, basically means it's a push operation, so increment the stack size. Otherwise, check if it's a valid pop. If your size is greater than 0, it is a valid pop, hence decrement the stack size by 1. Otherwise, print invalid and break. Here, I'm not using a boolean variable because Python has the nifty trick of combining the else with a for itself. So this is a good thing to keep in mind, and hope this was clear. Hey guys, that was it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you haven't yet done this, this is a gentle reminder to hit that subscribe button. If you're interested in competitive programming and data structures, this channel is a one-stop solution for you. See you in the next video. Bye.